Nicole O'Neill once said, when you find the courage to use your voice, it has the power to positively inspire and change the lives of others. It is one of the special gifts you have to offer the world. It is something to be cherished and championed, never hidden. And that is why we are here on Your Voice, Your Impact. I am the energetic EJ. I am a life and transformational coach, and I work with women aged 40 and above to turn their abandoned dreams into achievable goals by activating their voice for impact. I'm also a podcaster and an event host. On this show with me is
Great, so amazing. The goal of this show is to help people use their voices to create impact. I am a physicist and a life coach. What I do for my clients is I help them build systems to achieve their goals whilst having fun doing it. On this show, we discuss topical issues that can inspire you to move. Like, subscribe, and share. Welcome aboard.
Hello. Welcome. This is Your Voice, Your Impact, and it's another beautiful Monday here. And we are excited to be back on the show this week. Still March. For some reason, maybe it's because we've been having double episodes each week. It feels like March is long. Like, this March not the end. And I think there are also 5 Mondays in March. So maybe that's why it looks long as well. But thank you for joining us. If this is your first time watching Your Voice, Your Impact, you're welcome. If you're yet to subscribe to our YouTube channel, please do that and follow the work that we do here. We've been on this show. It's going to be 2 years soon. In a couple of months, we'll be 2 years old. And we are grateful for the journey so far. As it turned out, completely the way we saw it, maybe not, but we have grown in the process. And so I'm super excited for that growth. And we look forward to growing some more and putting more structure in place and doing more things to make it more beneficial for you as well as for us. All right. So welcome. This is the energetic EJ and Grace. So amazing. Hello, Grace. The land is green today. What's popping?
The land is green. Is green. I took a picture with the tree close to me, and I'm like, we're twinning. And
You're twinning with
let me go
nature today.
twinning with nature. You know me and nature already, and I'm super excited for today's show because the woman we are bringing is someone that. And I mean, I said woman because this month is all about women. We're celebrating
Absolutely.
women. And I'm particularly excited. I can't wait for her to share what we have for our viewers today. This weekend was interesting. Yesterday, something happened. I must say this one. I must say it. If you don't prepare, if you don't prepare, whatever happens, take it. But that's not why there was a contest this weekend and I was a participant. Before I joined this particular platform, I decided to go and enjoy myself. Like, no time for competition, no time for contest. I just want to enjoy myself. But whilst I'm in that particular platform, I realized that sometimes you need to contest for you to know the degree of your growth. And yesterday, one shamisi corner, them put me for corner. In my head, I thought I was really good. And then, but what I learned from what happened yesterday is what I do for myself, which is personal growth and development. And something I'm very happy that I do is because I don't like to be around the people that I am better than. I always move and push myself to places where I meet people that are better than me. And I just thought it'd be nice to mention that it's not every day that we win placards. Yesterday, I did not win the placard, but I won something. I won the fact that I pushed myself and I am doing it. Anyways, all right, that
I
was
love it.
my weekend.
I love it. I had an
Everything that I
amazing
did.
weekend as well. Like my weekend was packed, my weekend was packed because I was organizing an event and I was hosting as well. And it was powerful. It was a very, very, very insightful event. And so it went well. It was just a beautiful weekend for me, really. And I feel like, okay, I really didn't rest this weekend. Now my body is telling me that, wait, that
Oh, I can
answer,
tell the
answer, you're
energy,
meant
but
to.
we know how it goes. The energy seems a little low, but I'm usually not worried about maybe energy is low or not. There's something about this platform. It go high.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I'm looking forward to the conversation. I know that Ify is going to wow us today. So our guest today on the show, who is talking about being unapologetically me. And this is her story, but I feel like I'm claiming it too. I'm being unapologetically me. As you can see, it feels like I'm tired. It's true that I'm tired, but I'm here. I'm here today because we committed to be here. Our guest today is the brain behind, or the founder, or the CEO of Fit to Be Me. I love that name. Like, I am fit to be me. And this is somebody with a very compelling story of transformation. You should follow her on Instagram. The handle is I am fit to be me. All right. And she's gone through a physical transformation, which I believe did not begin from the physical. It must have begun from the mind level. And that's the place we want to go to. Because a lot of us, we find it easy to get attracted to the outcome. And we don't even dig deeper to look at the root. Where did this start from? How did we get here? Because it is only when you know how they got there that you might be able to replicate it in your own situation, which might not be exactly like theirs, but the principles behind how they got there, if you catch that, it will help you get to your own there. All right. But when you just look at people and feel like, oh my God, God, when? Is when you look at only the outcome that you be asking God, when? Am I a spoon? Am I a tree? You want to ask them what they went through so that you are sure that are you truly a spoon? Because they might be spoons and you are plastic. If you want
Mm.
to get a result, you might not be able to because you can't go through the pressure and the capacity building that they have gone through. So I am looking forward to this conversation and to Ify Anadu sharing her journey to who she is. How did she get to this place where she can boldly say, I am unapologetically me and I am fit to be me. So much so good that
Woo!
thank you. I love it. I love it. Without further ado, let me bring up our guest, beautiful, gorgeous Miss Ify Anadu.
My head is about to burst. Like, I mean, I was just
Let it
smiling and
go.
giving thumbs up when you were saying all of that. I'm like, is it me they're talking about like this? But yes, thank you so much, Chichi.
It's
Thank you so
you.
much, Grace. Uh, I'm blushing. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for saying yes to us. We
Thanks
celebrate
for
you. We
inviting
celebrate
me.
you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
So, when we got on this call, you were like, I'm just coming out from the gym. You can see me with my scarf. Guys, if you check her out on Instagram, you'll be wondering, like, is this the Ify we called? No, but this is her being unapologetic. Tell us a little bit about that.
Unapologetically me. Like, before I got here, I told Grace, see, I'm just coming from the gym. There's no time to have a shower. There's no time to do anything. This is me, and I am going to be here. After all, we're talking about what being unapologetically me, right? So this is me.
And it's beautiful to watch. EJ, are you there? We need to be sure you can hear us.
I think
Grace,
I think
go
I might
ahead.
keep it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And you I mean, very, very apt. I think this is how it should be, because most times when people don't do certain things because they just feel that it should be this way or it should be that way. But being ready to show up anytime, any day shows that you are ready. And I mean, when you said it,
Exactly.
I said that's the whole idea. Please. Be my guest. Come, in fact, show up in the
Oh, yes,
gym.
you are.
If not, how else is someone
Right?
connect with this story? Your
Because you
Jenny
know the
say
thing, the
something.
truth is, someone might be watching this and be thinking, but she should have had time. She knew she was going to come on the show. She should have had time to get back from the gym, have a bath, do her makeup. But I mean, Grace, when we talked about this show, it was almost last minute, and I had things to do, and I didn't want to break from those things, and then I'll be short changing
You're
myself.
changing
That's the truth.
yourself.
You get so I was like, you know what, go to the gym, just give enough time to get home. I mean, I don't want to be on the road and having this conversation. Just give yourself enough time to come back, settle down, and be on the show. And yeah, that's what I did. I don't have a problem with looking good, doing my makeup, but sometimes things happen, life happens, and you just have to flow with it. And that's what I'm doing, flowing with it. So if you see me on Instagram, YouTube, and you're wondering why is she looking like that, well, that's how I look. This is me naturally, unapologetically me.
You
It is
you know,
what it
and
is.
it is what it is. And you know what? Let me share something. Omalara Aramide Amubieya from LinkedIn is saying hello, hi.
Hi.
Refront for sending you love right back. Okay, good. All right, it's up there. I remember back in uni, there was this lady. I saw her and I was like, "Ah, what's wrong with you?" Um, she was looking like she wasn't feeling well. And I was like, why? What's wrong with you? And she said, this is why I have decided to stop wearing makeup. That every time she's on makeup and whenever she's not on makeup, she looks
She feels
that
like she's
like someone that's
unwell.
not feeling fine.
Yeah.
And that it's beginning to worry her that she's ready to take that she's ready to answer people that look, I'm fine. This is how I look on a
This is
good
the
day.
real me. This is my real
This is,
face.
and that it just
Exactly.
it helped me in a way because I said I want you to see me without makeup and I want you to see me without makeup online because
Yeah.
I've seen situation and I brought this up very serious because the conversation has started and
Absolutely.
it
Yeah.
is because we people have refused to be authentic and like you rightly
Mm.
said, either way, if he's a pretty girl, maybe that's why
Absolutely.
it's
Like
easy
they
for
can
you.
see now. She did
Somebody
say they see the
somebody
they
will
say they
say
saw the
easy for
flyer.
you, easy
Sure
for
they
you.
saw the
You
flyer.
just come. It's easy for you now because you are fine, makeup or not. So easy for you, my dear. I don't think I mean someone else might be saying that it might not be easy for some of them that don't look pretty without makeup and all that. But I want you to talk about that, why it is important to be authentic.
I mean, you are the only you. There's no need trying to be or look like someone else. Be authentically you. I mean, I'm not saying that if you can improve on how you look, you shouldn't, but come out the way you are. Like I said, for like the person in your uni, most times I would rather not go with makeup. And not because, oh, she's pretty or anything. I sweat a lot. Like
Mm.
I sweat a lot. So imagine having to, do the whole pancake, mascara, and then at the end of the day, I look like a panda that is crying. What's the point? Right? So I would rather just see me as I am. Fine, yes. Maybe God has blessed me with the beauty or anything, but everybody is pretty in their own way, right? Look arranged. Come out with your hair, all tidy and neat. I mean, someone looking at me will not think she didn't do any makeup, but at least I look neat. I look clean, right? So be authentically you. You don't have to look like the next person to feel that you are worthy or worth it. Just be yourself, right? Be yourself. Don't No need to be extra, no need to seek perfection. Just be yourself. It's easy to be yourself than to act like someone else or something else. So yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And being you and in this context, is that like you said, life happens. And it is why it's easy for people to be overburdened just because they don't want to adapt or they refuse to adapt. So they,
Mm.
and I think it has to do with a fixed mindset. Like, okay, this is how it should be. So when it's not like that, it's like the world has ended. The fact that,
Exactly.
you know, again, for us as women, please, I don't know about you, but putting makeup is a lot of work. Ah,
But aside the work, like I said, see right now I'm sitting in front of the fan, but I'm sweating. Imagine I had to do my makeup now, before getting on here. You probably see
you
streaks
have to
of
be dabbing.
powder. Do you see the streaks of powder, and then imagine I put eye pencil or mascara. So I mean, I'm not saying nobody should. If you can do your makeup and look pretty, that's fine. Some people they just need mascara and lipstick, and that's
Mascara,
fine.
that's a lip gloss,
Just
and they're good. Yes.
exactly do what at the end of the day, do what works for
What
you.
works for you.
Don't burden
Absolutely.
yourself. Just do what works for you.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Yes. Omolara says it is graceful confidence to be able to show up as you are. And I love that. Absolutely. And that's what
Hmm.
we're
Hmm.
saying. We're not saying be shabby. We're not saying don't be careless about how
Exactly.
you look, but we're saying be
Exactly.
intentional enough to also know when to be comfortable in your skin per time, whatever that skin
Hmm.
is at that particular time. A lot of people, a lot of women, particularly, since we're talking about women, have sort of lost their confidence for this thing you said now, Grace, about the makeup. And I think that was why Alicia Keys at some point as well went on that
Exactly.
trend of no makeup. She stopped it
No
and
makeup.
she looked
Yeah.
gorgeous. Eventually everybody got used to her face without makeup. And then you can appreciate her true beauty.
When
And
yeah,
I think,
I
exactly.
think she had
yeah, and I think,
freckles. I think she had
yeah, she
freckles,
had,
and
yeah, I think at some point. But again, yes, the
yeah,
freckles
so
are
she
there. But
was
the truth is, when
getting,
you
yeah,
start
she
to,
wanted people to see it. That look,
yes,
this is
but when
like
you when
me.
you
Yeah,
start, the funny thing is when you start to leave space for your skin to breathe, they
Breathe.
you then
Exactly.
start, yeah, you then start to see or discover maybe natural ingredients that you can use to better your skin such that it's glowing
Enhance.
without
Yes.
the makeup.
Exactly.
And then you now start
Exactly.
feeling okay. So again, I think it's not a bad thing at all, because even the makeup and everything, some the chemicals are not even healthy for us and
Clog up,
just keep
exactly. They
plastering
clog
them.
up your pores. Exactly. Exactly. So
Yeah,
I
so
like I
there's
like
also health
when I like
benefits.
when I mean most of the time I come out without makeup. And then I like when people when I eventually do makeup, people do a second take, a double take, like, is that you? I prefer that to when I don't, well, if I'm always on makeup and then someone sees me without makeup, is that you? I'd rather I'd rather the other way around. So see me with my natural face most of the time, so that when I have makeup on,
Do
it's like,
makeup.
okay,
Yeah,
exactly. So
absolutely.
yeah,
I love it. I love it. Okay. So talking about your story, right? I mean, before you got to that point where you started to say, I am unapologetically me, where were you at? And how were you showing up?
the truth is, I was still unapologetically me, but I wasn't showing up like I was proud to be unapologetically me.
mm,
Yes. I was, I, if what you see, basically what you see is what you get. But I will still hide what you're saying is what you're getting, but I'm still hiding it somehow. So I was still, I was still me. But when I decided to, what you see is what you get, I was bold about it. What you're saying is what you get. Deal with it or get out of my way. That's how I became confident or more confident with who and in who I was.
Did anything specifically happen to bring about that switch or that shift for you? Did an incident occur, or was it just one thought and boom, there was a switch?
Ah, to be honest, if you ask me if an incident occurred, I can't remember. But I think it was just me thinking. So you know how you're thinking that people are looking at you, people are judging you. So maybe it was me thinking, oh, people are looking at me like I can't do this, or people are looking at me like I can't be this. And then I was like, you know what? I can be this, I can do this, I will do it. And that's just how it started. So I think it was me thinking, what will people say, or how are people going to react to me? And then I was like, whatever they do,
I'll just
whatever
do
they
it.
say, it's not my business, not my fault. I'll just go ahead and do it. Exactly. So that's how I just,
Absolutely.
yeah.
I love it. Gracie, please take it away and give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
All right. So me, but you already know. I like to say that you inspire me every day. I feel like screaming it. And the reason why is probably because I know you personally. I've seen your transformation. And
Yeah.
this is like EJ said, that there's that it starts from the mind. It
Mm-hmm.
starts from the
Mm-hmm.
mind. Somebody might be watching right now and the person is somewhere and they have a goal, yeah, they are hoping to achieve, but they are not anywhere close to achieving, they are not anywhere close to their goal. And they are saying to themselves, or they're saying to themselves, how am I going to get to this particular goal? You know, if it will be okay for you, you can share your story of transformation, or you can tell someone where they are right now in terms of wanting to achieve something, some of the things, the mindset, or how they can start, where they can start from to be able to get to that.
Start where you are. Wherever that is, start where you are. One step at a time, believing that you can get to your goal. So it's one thing to say start where you are, but you don't believe that you can. I mean, if you tell me to start marching from where I am right now, I can start. But do I believe I can get to the other side of maybe the wall or whatever? It's my belief. Okay, I believe I can start from here and get to the other end. So you have to start from where you are, take one step at a time, and believe you can get to that end goal. I might sound cocky by saying it's as simple as that, but it is as simple as that. Start from where you are.
But
Take it from there, one step at a time.
let's break it down. So I did that so that I could just help people. I don't know if you're watching this, please follow I am fit to be me so that you see what we're talking
Thank
about.
you.
When you follow her, you would see what trans. And for me, I'm also into health and wellness, so I know
Yeah.
how difficult it is to be consistent. I was saying something, before we got you on here. I was saying that I was saving you for something in the future.
Yes,
Because
exactly. Exactly.
there's something, I was like, maybe something that's got to do with consistency or resilience, something, I was just like, let's save Ify for that, because when you talk about consistency, ah, wait till I thought I was consistent and I met Ify. I thought I was resilient and I met Ify. See, because I follow Ify and I see some things. Ify, we've had this conversation, we've had this similar conversation. Talk about social media bullying. Ah, Ify, please tell us a little bit, because if he was do it as if you were deaf. The same people I coach her all the time. We had a conversation and I was saying that, you know, people are on social media using their voices negatively, unknown to them. They are
Hmm.
helping. They are using you to achieve. You in your mind you are yabbing them, but they are achieving their goals right in your
Exactly.
very eyes. When I was telling someone, if he is that person, that you see people come online. So what do you think about Facebook bullying? Is it Facebook now, social media bullying, that you have been on this thing, and how are you feeling at the time when you were still at that stage where you were struggling and people were like, they work, waiting with this, you see they do no change, energetic, you should come and see some things that people would do. And I'm like, so now, sorry, that's why I say I'm sure, and sometimes I'll be like, maybe I'll leave this Instagram for these people, Because what is this? And then look at how she has used that. Look at her now. Please tell us, how were you able to deal with? So now I said that short story to help someone, because very recently we had a conversation with someone that is still struggling to come on this space
Mm,
because of what people would say. And then it's as women, we're always at the edge, because people will throw things that would make us, we have this voice, we want to. For you, I won't say it was easier for you, but you were able to do it afraid. You were able to be unapologetic about your journey. But there are some people in this particular space, they have something, but they are afraid to be accountable. For me, because that was what you did. You were very accountable, and you were
mm.
seeing your results. And so speak to someone, or help someone that is dealing with social media, fear of what people would say on social media, and wanting to be vulnerable. You know, help somebody unpack that mental what's the word I'm looking for? That
Baggage.
space, baggage. Thank you.
Yeah. So first of all, it is your journey, right? You know why you are doing it, bullies or not. I knew why I was doing what I was doing. I wanted to be fit. And I would say that every time I put up a caption. I wanted to be fitter than I was the day before. I'm
Mm,
doing it for me. The truth is, when I even started social media, when I came on social media, I didn't know what I was doing in terms of, inspiring people. Grace, you were there now when Instagram was nothing, right? We were just doing these things, enjoying ourselves, getting fitter. And I knew why I was doing it. And then when people will come up and say, "Oh, you inspire me," those were the people that got me or kept me going. The people that were saying, "Oh, you've been on this for years." Kilo coming, waiting concern me and concern you. I'm doing it for me and the other people that appreciate me, right? But most of all, I was doing it for myself. I knew how I was feeling every time I took walks, every time I jogged. I can't run, and I will not fake that I can run. I would not run, even if you chased me, I won't run. Pata pata, I'll fall down on the floor and say, "Oh, yeah, you've got me," right? So I knew how I felt every time. Seriously, I knew how I felt every time I would show up for myself. So at the end of the day, if you're watching this and you're thinking, "Oh, what will people say?" You're not doing it for anybody. You're doing it for you. You're doing it to inspire someone who is like you, that might also be thinking, what would people say? But if the person or the people watch your story and you show up every time unapologetically, they'll be like, if she can, do you know how many people have told me, if she can do it, I will do it. And they're actually doing it because of the story, or because of how I've shown that I can do it. And I will not be here telling you that, oh, the bullies didn't get to me. They did. Because sometimes I'll be like, well, it's true. I've been doing this thing for years and I'm not seeing results. But the truth is, I was seeing results. I was feeling results. I was feeling
mm,
results. Grace, the first time that we did a marathon, no be waka, we waka. You were running and you were leaving me. I was walking most of it. But now, I mean, I've tried marathons, I've tried 5K marathons, I've tried 10K marathons. I didn't run all through, but at least I participated, right? So the fact that I show up for myself consistently, that's all that matters. If you bully me, you're in your house, you are probably eating a bar and typing away on your keyboard. I'm there bettering myself every day. Am I not better than you? I mean, I don't go out
mm.
trying to prove that I'm better than anybody. I only try to prove that I'm better than what I was yesterday. But if you want to come and bully me and think, oh, you're not, I'm better than you that is doing nothing probably, and, you know, jabbing me who is doing something to better my life every day. So that's how I just look at it. Whatever you're saying, concern me. I'm doing my own. You to do your own. Don't bring your problem to my space. It's not my problem. So yeah.
I love it.
I love, love, love,
DJ.
love, love it. Don't bring your
Thank you.
problem to my
Don't bring your
space.
problems to
I
me,
love it
though.
because, yeah, for me, what I hear you say is once you, everything is connected. Once you focus on your why,
Focus on your
most
focus.
other people are saying, now you know what you find go market. If they can't they do the dance at Logu, you can't leave waiting you find go market, go they watch at Logu. Now your business. It's your time.
Exactly.
It's your life. You
Exactly.
cannot get it back. You cannot now come and blame any. You cannot even blame the Atilogu dancer. Then it's because of the Atilogu dancer. The
Wait,
Atilogu dance was
DJ,
so
where did
sweet.
you get this logo? The last time I heard that logo was where now?
But yeah,
Right? Yeah, absolutely. So again, I think that's so beautiful. The way you said, like, you focusing on why you were there just kept you going. And this is so powerful what you just said. The way my brain is unpacking it is you went there, you focused on your why. The outcome of you consistently focusing on your why attracted people of like mind who will now be inspired by you, and then they sharing their inspiration with you added to your already existing fuel, already
exactly.
existing determination. So for me, it means that if you set out in the first place to do anything because you want to get that feedback, meaning you are looking at that result that comes with
Mm,
you just doing your thing consistently, you will fail.
mm,
Yeah.
mm.
Because the day they don't clap for you, the day nobody likes your
Exactly.
video, the day nobody comments, the day nobody say, you're inspiring me, you will feel like, what am I even doing with my life? What is all of this for?
Mm.
True.
Do you
Very
see?
true.
Because even on a good day, even with the fact that you were focused on your why, I want to believe that there were days that you were also down to that point where you're like, truly, this is taking long. Like, is this even working? Is this even worth it? How are you able to pick up yourself from those points? Can you share with us?
Again, it was my why. It
Hmm.
was my why. It was like I said, even if people were not seeing the results, even if people I wasn't seeing the results, I know how I felt,
Mm. Mm.
right? I
Mm.
mean, I felt stronger, I felt fitter, I felt healthier. And if I had to stop because I felt, oh, I'm not seeing what I'm meant to see after all this time, but I was feeling something, then I probably have gone back to square one. So that's what kept me, I just kept going. I just kept going. I mean, I remember going to going for a checkup, and when they did my checkup, oh, everything is fine. But I was not, my BMI was high, but everything else was fine. So imagine I had stopped just because I did not see results. And again, anyone, any most doctors will tell you that BMI is not necessarily a good indicator of how healthy someone is. Because of the way I'm
Mm.
structured, I have a heavy lower body, right? Exactly. So, however, unless I want to get down to a size 8, which I know I don't even want and I can't even get down to, I would always be on the overweight, obese side. But if you take every other check into account, I'm healthy, very healthy for that matter. So that I'm not seeing results, that I'm not getting skinny, but I'm feeling healthier, I'm feeling fitter, I'm feeling stronger. I can endure more. That's something. So I didn't let the fact that, oh, I'm not seeing what I'm meant to be seeing stop me. I knew why I was. If you go back to my post from long ago, I would always say fitter. I mean, how did I used to put it? So fitness is the goal. To be fit is the goal. Weight loss is a byproduct. If I lose weight, fine. If I don't lose weight, fine. But as long as I'm fitter, than I was yesterday, then I'm good. Exactly. So that's what kept me going.
So good, so good. So, just for context, I wanted to show whoever is watching now just a little clip. It's a 7-second clip of this gorgeous human you're looking at you, just to let you know the journey she's been on. Okay, so watch this. Like, if you missed it, did you catch it? Go and follow her on Instagram to see her journey. So to know that, see, this is not talk, this is action in place. She's been here, she's been through the journey, so she knows what she's talking about. And I know that, we with weight loss and that journey, like you said, and I love what you just said with the concept you started with, that fitness is the goal, weight loss is just an outcome. So
Yeah.
and that's true, because there are people that have fat bones, for example. So it's not even because they are eating much or they are eating anyhow, that's why they are big. It's just they just have fat bones, so there is no amount of fast that they want to fast or shrink that will make them shrink beyond a certain size. Just like you said, there's no going to size 8 for you. How now? Where you go pack all these beautiful hips where God don't give you? Where you go pack?
If you see me as I said, you wonder if I'm okay. So exactly. So
Oh,
yeah.
I see. I cannot even begin to imagine your struggle when it comes to like getting clothes, because now up you could be a size 10 up, but down is like size 16.
Exactly. You're
How do
very
you
right.
cope?
Yes. You
Do you
can.
have specific fashion people that would sew your own clothes, or how do you, or you buy the two sizes and give out, if you're buying cookies, for example?
So most of the time, if I have to buy clothes, right? So there are some people, I mean, online vendors that have been very gracious and sweet to me, and I will tell them, see, this is my predicament. I mean, they will probably see me online. This is my predicament. I'm this size up and this size down. Please help me to shape it. Okay, I send your measurements, and they will do it for me, right? I mean, they're ready to wear, but they will help me adjust the measure. And because of that, I've patronized them consistently. And then there are some others that the
Right.
materials they use is quite stretchy. So normally what I will do is buy my top size and then the bottom will just stretch, right? But other than
Mm,
that, I have to sew my clothes. I have to sew my clothes
right.
because I can't buy a my bottom size because the top will be big, and I can't buy my top size because the bottom will
Top
be
size
small.
because it's always small. Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Wow. Wow. So if a woman who is, let's talk about a little bit about body image, if a woman is watching this right now and they're currently struggling with any part of their body, that doesn't even have to do with obesity or whatever. But there's just years ago, I remember that I don't know the conversation we're having, and I think it was somewhat marriage relatable. I can't remember what, but it was almost like the part of you that you are not comfortable with, it's easy for that part to become a source of issue tomorrow. Because if you're not comfortable with it, it's easy for people to taunt you with it. It's easy for people to bring you down, and it will hit you hard. Because even you haven't come to terms with that. Some people
Mhm.
is their dentition. They're like, yeah, so they don't smile. So if they now do mistake and smile, somebody talks about the way they smile, it will enter. Because
Mhm.
so if you wanted to speak to somebody who is currently going through body shaming of any type, what would your word be to them to just give them hope?
First of all, you didn't create yourself. Now God creates you.
Mm.
So, I mean, let me use myself for example. As you see me with all the confidence and everything on social media, there was a time I was not comfy. Comfy what? Come out with my shape. At one point, I used to wear baggy jeans, baggy shirts because I wanted to cover up. I wanted to hide. You know how they say you cannot hide a goldfish? You, you cannot hide what I'm carrying. Even if you wear jalab, you cannot hide it, right? But I mean, when I realized, say, not be me create myself, right? And
Mm,
the sooner you own it, the better. So, and then when you think of it like, okay, this is me, this is part of my body. Even if I want, okay, so because I wanted to lose some weight and shed off the excess um hips that I had, I started to own my body. And because I loved my body, I was working on making it better. Not because I hated it, right? I
mm,
was working to make it better. So yes, if you like you gave an example of your dentition. If your dentition is causing you issues, or because of how your dentition is, you don't like to smile. First of all, love you the way you are. And then in the process, you can now change whatever it is. If it doesn't fit you, if you have the money to do it, then change it. I was not always happy about. Sometimes I was wondering, come, are you sure I'm human? Because in my house, I was the one that had the biggest hip. I'm like, I'm not understanding. Where is all this one from? Even my mom will
I
be
even
asking
thought
me,
you were a South African.
my
I asked
dear,
you.
wow.
I asked if you was a South
exactly.
African.
Even my mom will be wondering, come, where is all this thing from?
Like
Right.
you
But
collected all the ones from your great granny, your mom, and said, "Let me have it."
plus my sisters and their unborn children, because it was a lot. But I started owning my body. Like, I started being confident with how I looked. And
Mm,
you can't tell me nothing when you see me in the gym. Oh. You cannot tell, even when I was bigger, you cannot tell me nothing. I will come in with all the confidence, go to the weight rack, do my exercise like, now me own this place.
is it just me, or did we lose the audio?
Me too, I was going
Okay,
to ask if it's me that's
okay.
having the network issue.
And I think maybe a call
So
came through.
sorry, a call came in. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now. We can hear
A
you
Yes.
now.
call came in. Yeah, yeah, a call came in. So as I got confidence, I started loving my body enough to make it better, enough to
Mm,
change it. So it's not. It
mm,
shouldn't come from a place of dislike, or hate. Love yourself enough to want to change, whatever change
right.
that is.
Mm.
I love that. I love that. And it's beautiful because it's almost like it's the same energy that is required from a place of love that is also required from a place of hate or
Mm-hmm.
negativity. But the
Yeah.
where they will lead to is different. Negativity is you will now start sulking or embodying what is not your own, embodying what people are saying, hurting
Mm,
yourself, and wanting to enhance it just to pepper people. Versus if you're doing from a place of love, you will make
mm,
healthier choices because it's now for you,
Mm.
not because of
mhm,
anybody. Oh, okay,
mhm,
I'm not feeling
mhm,
comfortable. And if I'm not feeling comfortable, so for example, you're not feeling so comfortable, you've tried to do workout, it's not working, and the doctors are saying if we do some level of surgery, it could help reduce, and then you can now maintain, the
continue.
workout.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. Because you know that, see, if I not do this in a day a day, oh, you will do it from a place of
E-
love, not from a place of hate. And I
Exactly.
just love that.
Exactly.
Love that.
Exactly.
Gracie.
Exactly.
And
Gracie, okay, yeah.
can you hear
It's
me?
like your video is
Yeah, I
slowing
can
down,
hear
but I
you.
can hear, I can see you. Yeah.
I think it's the network.
Mm,
Yeah. Okay.
but we can hear
I
you. Go
think this
ahead.
is a lot better. All right. So now this has been this conversation has been centered around fitness. Do you and I know that you have a business a business around this, which is one area that would come from the fact that you so somebody like me too, I am a 12 up and I'm 14 down, and I find it really difficult. Sometimes I would like a particular, except it is flay. Flay can always fitting.
Go, yeah,
And I know
yeah.
that you have a fitness. Yeah. So talk about that, how you have been able to not only achieve your fitness goals, but you have also you are now
Built a business.
you have created a niche for yourself in the area of business. Yeah. So I would like for you to touch on that and why you even ventured into business in the first place.
Okay, so I mean, no, then when I would wear fitness clothes, people would ask me, where did I get them? How did I pair them? And most of the time, you could actually get different sizes, bottom and top, right? So going into the fitness wear business, I think it was a sort of like a no-brainer, because if I could do something for myself, right, and people saw me wearing it, then I mean I might as well make some little money from that, right? So it was just right, get your brand, something that, because I my fashion statement is in my gym wear. If you see me going to the gym, you think I'm going to a party or something. But invite me to a party, I'm like, oh, what will I wear, right? So I wanted, and I knew when I was much bigger. Even now, right? I would look for things that will make me feel comfortable yet confident, and dare I say sexy, to be in to
Sexy,
be in the
yeah.
gym,
Feel
even though I
yourself.
am big. Exactly, even though I am big. And that was what led to me trying to going into the
The
gym
business.
wear business. I mean, I haven't perfected it. It's still a
A work in
learning
progress.
curve for me. It's still a work
Mm,
in progress. So the more I continue with it, the better I get. But my plus size sisters, anybody who likes fashionable gym wear, just watch out for more things from me. That's what I would say.
okay. What's the business called? I need you to say it and say, okay, how can they find you if they're watching and like, oh, really? I want to see. Like, is there outside of Instagram? Do you have like a store or website or things like that? How people can
But
engage
so,
with
like
your
I said,
business?
it's a work in progress. So
Okay.
no what's it called, website for now, no
Yeah. Okay.
store. It's just online, and I try to
Okay.
make it as simple as possible so that people will not start fit to be me active. That's it. So it's my
Okay.
name plus active. So fit to be me active. We're online, and we are looking at doing more designs that would
Okay.
fit people, women especially, and
Mhm.
I'm confident enough to work out. Because I mean, for me, my confidence with going to the gym starts from what I wear. So if you, like I
Mm,
said, if you see me going to the gym, you're like, okay, Auntie is ready.
project.
Kind of thing. And I want other women to be able to feel like that. So you're entering the gym, you're confident because of what you're wearing, you look good, and then you feel good enough to work out. So yes.
Mm. Right, love it. So with the brand, are you focusing specifically on plus size women or the whole spectrum of women generally with the fitness wear?
Uh, I'll say curvy women.
Oh, curvy.
Curvy people. But we're
Voila
doing,
for
we're doing from
of like this. So with rectangular body, eh?
if every woman has curves. No matter how side
It
down or
just depends
straight,
where
you
the
have
curve is.
curves. No matter where the curve, exactly. Every woman has curves. So that's a curvy women, from medium to 3XL. So
Okay. And that's
yeah.
fantastic. I love it. Tell us a little bit
Thank you.
about your struggles in business and how what you learned on your journey of fitness is helping you sort that, because I think we need to start really highlighting transferred skills. A lot of people have experience in certain industry, for example, or certain
Mm.
area of their lives, and they struggle a lot in another area, But
Yeah.
the truth is, there is a connection somewhere. There is something that you've learned on this part of your life where you feel like you're thriving that you can
Mm.
transform into another form to help you in this one. Have you experienced such skill between your fitness journey and you as an entrepreneur, as a business that you can share with us?
Resilience. I mean, business is not easy. Any type of
Hmm.
business is not easy because
Right.
you have to be determined to make it work, right? So I've learned to be resilient. I've carried that um would I say that attribute into business. I mean,
Right.
like I said, it's still a work in progress, but I'm not going to give up
Hmm.
on it. I'll keep going.
Right.
Consistency, hard
Hmm.
work. I mean, you can't be lazy and say you're going into business. Nah, you can't be lazy and say you know go chop, you will not eat. So, that hard work, consistency, resilience. I mean, most of the things that have kept me going and seeing results in my fitness journey is what keeps me
Right.
going in business. I mean, I said earlier that I wasn't seeing results, but I knew why I
Hmm.
started in my fitness. I knew why I started. I knew how it felt for me. The feeling of okay, I have a business. I mean, I won't say I haven't sold. I've sold to a couple of people, and I know how it has made them feel, and I know how it makes
Hmm.
me feel. Oh, I have a business that I'm nurturing.
Hmm.
I'm not seeing the results, but I'm going to keep going
Right.
because I know how I feel. One day I will
Right.
see the results and I'll be like, yes, I thank God I started that business when I did and I didn't give
Right.
up.
And I didn't
Yeah.
give up. I love, 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 love it. You are an embodiment of resilience, agility. And I love it because for me, what I hear is that that journey you've been on has helped you build capacity in your mind. So it's almost
Yeah.
like because you didn't give up, oh gosh, like everything is just connected and doing like this in my head. Because you didn't give up there. You know the saying that how you do one thing is how you do everything. So for me, what is coming through for me is like it's almost as if we all need to find that one thing.
Mm-hmm.
We all need to find that one thing that we would make work to help us apply that same mindset to every other thing. Because it
Mm-hmm.
feels like the reason, for some of us we do this, it doesn't work, we drop it, we drop it, we drop it. It's not essentially because we are like blatantly lazy or clueless about what you want to do, but it's just that you're not doing the thing that is for you yet.
Yes,
And so
exactly.
because you can't
Exactly.
stay to do that thing, you don't build the capacity that is needed for you to have that mindset to yourself. Because once you
Mm.
have it, it's yours. And then you can now adapt it into every other part of your life.
Yeah.
And I'm super excited and grateful for you and for your journey that you were able to find that thing in your fitness journey and that is now helping you in your business. Because imagine with me for a second if you had tried to start the business before you went through your journey, do you think that business would really hold waters?
Ah, let me be honest. I don't know. I don't know.
It's true, sha. It's true,
I
sha.
don't know. I don't know. For all you know, I might have gone into the business without even thinking of fitness. As long as I'm selling, I
I
don't
thought
care about
it's
fitness.
true.
So
It's true. You have
I don't
another
know.
why.
Exactly. So I don't know.
You have another way, like, okay, this is the problem,
Exactly.
this is the need, I'm the solution, put it together and the money will come in. I love it, I love it. That's
Exactly.
so true. I
Exactly.
love, love, love it. Ooh, this is so good. Because again, for me, it's like, okay, it's not one size fits all. You don't know until you try. And if you don't
Until
try,
you
you
try.
can never know. Yeah, so there's no
Exactly.
assumption in
Exactly.
it. It could work, it might
It
not
could not.
work.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. I love. Oh, Ify, we're going to bring you back, Abby. Are you coming back? If we knock on your door
Oh,
again,
but
will
that
you
has
open
already
up?
said. I'm happy to come back anytime. Anytime.
Absolutely fantastic. Guys, thank you for joining us. Would there be anyone in the audience who want to ask a question? let's give you an opportunity to do that. I see some people on LinkedIn. You're there watching on LinkedIn. If you have a question, please drop it in the comment. If you're watching on Instagram and you have a question, please drop it in the comment. And if you're connected on YouTube as well, if you have a question, please drop it. But again, let me just give you a recap of how you can connect with Ify to follow her story so that you stay, inspired, to say, you know what, if she's not giving up, you can literally use her as an anchor to say, if she's not giving up, I don't have an excuse, I'll go again. If you have showed up today, okay, that's my cue, let me go and show up too. So you can follow her on Instagram at I am fit to be me, one word. I am fit to be me, one word. Follow her on Instagram to see how she's continually evolving, and in her own evolving, she's helping other people see that evolving is possible, and intentional evolving is, because whether you like it or not, as human beings, we're evolving. But when we add the intentionality to it, that's when we get the exact kind of results that we want. And she's been
Mhm.
doing that with our fitness journey. And very soon we're going to celebrate her business and say, oh, it's been like 5 years and she's now worth
Amen.
$25 billion. I'm like, yeah, I
Amen.
know her. I know her. So see, that
Amen.
was how
Amen.
Spark
Amen. Amen.
started. That's how she started. Now she's worth billions of dollars. That can be Ify in the next couple of years. Gracie, welcome back.
Amen.
We've been missing for a
Amen.
bit.
Amen. Amen. Before any
Ah,
questions come,
Absolutely.
you know what I said when you were introducing me and you said I am fit to be me. You love that name, and I'm happy that you understood the name, because initially people used to confuse it and think, oh, it's just about fitness. It's not about fit. And when I thought of the name, I wasn't even thinking fitness. Like, I mean,
Hmm.
yes, I was into fitness, but remember I said, when people, it was me looking at thinking of people, what people would say, oh, can she do this? Not even just about fitness. I mean, I've hosted events, I've hosted TV shows, I've hosted radio shows, and sometimes people will look at me like, can she do it? Especially,
Hmm.
but most especially with fitness. So when I came up with that name, I am fit to be who. So a friend of mine said, when she was hailing me, she was like, I am fit to be
Well.
who the hell, no, she is fit to be who the hell she thinks she is. And it really
Hmm.
gave me another, boost of confidence. So yes, I am fit to be me. Unfortunately, it's my name. You can't answer the name, but yes, you are fit to be you. So whatever it is that
Yeah.
you think you want to do, you are fit to do it. Don't be scared.
Ooh.
Yes, you might be scared initially, but go ahead and try it. Go ahead and do it,
Hmm.
and go ahead and be it. So yes, I am fit
Hmm.
to be
I love
me.
it. Your
That's
wears,
what
do
I
they
want.
have that on them? Do they have that on them? I am fit to be me on your wears? On your
Fit, so it's
nah.
fit to be me. And there's a big word at the back. Well,
Correct.
more designs are coming, so you never know. Fit
Love
to
it.
be
That
me.
that that personalizes it. So anybody wears it, it becomes
You
theirs.
are
They
fit
can
to
own
be
it. I'm
exactly
fit to be
fit to
me,
be me.
man.
Yeah.
Me, whatever shape, size, and form. You say waiting. Big, big.
Exactly. So yes.
Grace, over to you. Grace, the one that say, where this energy come from now?
I know, na normal, na normal. We know that this na normal thing. And I mean, my device was telling me overheating, and the thing just yanked me off. She's my
I
coach,
see.
and she's very inspiring. Oh, nice.
Oh, look at that. We have a coachee in the
Oh,
building. Thank you for
thank you
joining the
so much.
conversation.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Grace, you were
So
saying
I
something.
mean,
Sorry, yeah, go ahead.
yes. So I was going to ask, your brand, it's is it is usually half, like half. The top is half. So for
Crop top.
somebody like crop, yeah, this crop top. Do you have the full one, or it's usually they all come in that
Like I said, I mean, there are going to be more designs. So there's going to be
Okay.
t-shirts, there's going to be tank top, whatever. But for now, because I was testing the market, I just got some things that, okay, let me have something to sell. But like I said, it's a
Okay.
work in progress. I think you were offline when I had that discussion with EJ. It's a work in progress.
Okay.
I mean, new designs are going to come up, new colors, new styles. So we're still evolving.
Okay. So there's something. So I'm going to say something, and somebody maybe will wrap up with that. So there's
Okay.
something that I know that you're very, very introverted. Not very well. I would say that I would say you're very introverted because I think I know you to an extent. I might be wrong, but from what I know you're introverted. But how have you been able to? Because some people use that as an excuse not to show up and not to do certain things. But every time I hear, you see how interesting it is. Anytime I hear someone say that, you come to mind. Anytime I hear
Mm.
someone say that, you come to mind. And I'm like, well, look for another excuse. Because in my own dictionary, if one person can do it, you know, with all the labels, if one person can do it, that means it's a possibility. So speak to someone out there that, or how was it for you coming from that place of I'm very private. I'm very shy. I'm not shy, private. I don't like my business out there, but you decided that look, this is going to help me on this journey, and just talk to someone out there that is using that being an introvert as, maybe for lack
As
of
an
a better
excuse.
word, as an excuse. Ah,
Yeah.
we have to be
I'm,
careful these days, though. Before you say one now,
I
they'll
know.
say, it is my it is
It's my
valid.
pain.
Why you say it's
Why are you
my
shaming my pain?
And I understand. Yes. I mean, so, to be honest, to be frank, sometimes I use it as an excuse, especially when I have to go to, say, a party. I'm like, "Ah, I don't want to go. I don't want to." And then but when it comes to where I'm going to teach, where I'm going to inspire, where I'm going to motivate, where I'm going to, I don't know how to put it.
impact.
But when it comes
Just like you're impacting now.
the shyness will go. I mean, I can go to an event. You might hear me, dancing and screaming but I'm not looking at anybody. I know they look anybody face. Once I'm done with that at that place, I'm running. Right? I mean, I host some fitness events. But when I'm doing what I'm doing, I'm enjoying what I'm doing. I'm enjoying seeing people, work out, network and everything. But I'm not looking at anybody's face. I'm there to work. I'm there to, encourage people to work out. Once I'm done, I'm out. Not because I
Mm.
don't like to talk to people, but I'm just so I don't know what it is in my head, but if I can get the time to, the time and way to explain it, I'm sure I will. But I'd rather just do the work, have people do what they enjoy doing, and then I'll leave. I'm not using my introvertedness, if that's the word, as an excuse not to go out. I will go out, I will speak, I would, you know. So maybe what it is that I might not be the loudest in a party, or in a group. I'll say what I
Mm.
need to say and then retire to my shell. But I'll still show up.
Mm.
I'll still show up. But if you ask
Get
me for out for
flexibility.
parties right now, I might not go. But yes, as long as I'm going to give impact, give impact, share impact, motivation, inspiration, whatever, you find me there. I'll speak and I know I have the voice, I have the brain for all of that. I will share because there's no point holding on to what you can share, what can impact on people
Other people.
because you are
Mm.
shy. Someone needs to
Mm.
hear your voice. So share it.
Mm.
If you're shy, after that, just go into your corner. And again, yes, I'm very private. Nobody needs to know my business outside. Doesn't mean that I cannot live a life of impact. So yeah.
Right. Right. It's almost like you know where to set the boundaries, you know where to draw the line
Ex-
in the sand to say,
Exactly.
I keep my
Exactly.
private stuff private, but when it is needed
Exactly.
and I'm called for and duty calls, I do what it takes and I get the job
Exactly.
done. And I love that.
Exactly. Exactly.
Love that.
Exactly.
Love that.
So yeah.
Awesome. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. I really enjoyed the conversation. And
Thank
I hope,
you.
like
And I
Gracie
enjoyed it.
said, we're
I
taking
think
you,
I was
we're
going to
bringing.
speak like this.
Ah, it's us now. It's us. It's EJ and I.
That's it,
You
though,
know.
honestly. So, this is a call to
Right.
anyone who would like to be a guest on the show. Please feel free to reach out to us. All you need to do is just have a meet and greet with us. Let's get to know you so that we're better able to support you because you're the reason we are here. It is why this show is called Your Voice, Your Impact, not ours, because we are currently using our voices, and it's impacting our lives in ways that you cannot even see right now. But we see it, we know it, and we know it's coming. Just like if he said, it's work in progress, and we are certain of where it's going to end. Like a
Mm.
chalugo, I know how this story is going to end.
I will marry you.
I'm going to marry you. It's just a matter
Ah,
of time. Right, so but this is about you, and we just don't want to throw you into the waters, especially if this is a fresh space for you. Like, you're not yet there, but there's something burning in your heart, and you want to share. So let's have a talk. Come, book a session with us. Let's have a talk. Let's get to know you. Let's connect with you. So when we come here, we're just having a conversation. Can you see, like, we're just
mm.
throwing banters, but you're getting
Exactly.
gems. All right.
Exactly.
So you're invited to be our guest. So please reach out and we'll talk about it. But this is where we draw the curtain on the show today. Thank you one more time, Ify Anadu. I am
Thank you
fit
for
to
having
be me. That
me.
is such a
I am fit
beautiful.
to be me.
It's just so strong.
Thank
It's
you.
a very
Thank
strong brand. Who gave you that thing? Is it by
you.
revelation or
Inspiration.
strategy?
Have you
Inspiration.
you need to trademark it? You need to
Honestly,
trademark it.
Right? Yeah.
honestly,
Inspiration.
yeah,
Inspiration.
because
Yeah.
it's so powerful and so it's empowering. Like I see myself wearing a shirt that says I'm fit to be me, and it feels like it would change my steps somehow. Like it would feel like I'm
Yes.
bouncing. Like, I'm fit,
Exactly.
so and
Confidence,
it's me.
Exactly.
Please, when
Exactly.
you have
So
size
yes.
8 or 9, send to us. Let's do brand ambassador for you.
No,
Uh-huh.
no problem at all. No problem. No problem. I will definitely. Grace, I owe you, but yes. So EJ, now I owe you.
Correct. Correct. Awesome.
No
Awesome.
problem.
Awesome
No
stuff.
problem
Oh,
at
I
all.
didn't mention beautiful soul, by the way. Beautiful soul. If he has a beautiful soul, thank you so much for
Oh,
all that you do.
oh,
Thank you so much for
oh.
all that you do.
You're making me
Beautiful soul.
blush.
It's the truth. It's the
Thank
truth.
you, Grace.
It's the
Actually,
truth.
she knows why she's saying that. But let's not bring it here. But
Oh,
yes, thank you.
oh, we love it. We love
Thank
it. That's
you.
what we
Thank
love to see. Sisters supporting sisters, sisters upholding sisters, sisters helping other sisters fix their crowns. And that's all
you.
we're about in
Yeah.
this month of March. All right. So we'll see you next on Wednesday by God's grace. This is a special edition for March. We are really celebrating. I want to capture as many women as possible. That's why we're having a double take in the month of March. From April, we'll go back to one time a week, which is Mondays, 1 p.m. West African time, 4 p.m. GST, except if something happens and we have to change the timing because of specific people. Because, for example, we have people from different time zones, and sometimes that particular time doesn't work for them, but they still want to share their voices. We are flexible like that. All right. But this week we have a Wednesday, and then we'll wrap up on Monday next week with a parenting coach talking about the boy child. So if you're a boy mom, join that session. All right. It's going to be fun. All right. This is where we say goodbye today. Have a fantastic week ahead and talk to you on Wednesday. Bye, guys. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
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 Bye.